Our story today is about a world that has been completely destroyed due to a mysterious virus, leading to the death of a large number of people. The virus starts transforming people into very strange monsters. The streets turn into hunting grounds, and everyone is afraid of each other. We meet a girl who has managed to protect herself from this virus and stays unscathed until now. Her name is Anna. Interestingly, she refuses to leave the place where she is hiding and clings to it in a very strange way. In order to understand the story, we need to start from the beginning. In the first scene, we see Anna sitting in a completely quiet forest, alone, covering her whole body with a strange type of mud. Then she goes to a water pool to clean herself. We understand that she lives in this forest and keeps her car because she is still working and can easily drive it anywhere else. We understand that she is living here because a dangerous virus has spread worldwide, and even homes are no longer safe for her. Most of the Earth's population died because of the virus, and the rest turned into zombie monsters. All those who transformed roam everywhere, hunting for prey, and they never let any human escape if they catch them. Because of all this, Anna has no choice but to protect herself in this way. We go back in time a bit to Anna, and we see her with her family like anyone else. We meet her husband Jason and their young daughter. As soon as they learn about the virus, they pack all their belongings and decide to flee to the forest. Luckily for them, the forest was very close to their home, and Jason knew the area extremely well. He had camped many times in that same forest and knew how to survive there. Thanks to his cleverness, he managed to protect his family for several days, and they lived together in peace and quiet deep in the heart of the forest. He also begins teaching Anna every technique to survive in the forest, how to protect herself, hunt animals, and forage for wild fruits and vegetables. He even trains her to shoot so she can defend herself if anyone tries to harm her. Over time, even the animals vanish, plants become scarce, and survival grows harder for them. Jason starts feeling hopeless, constantly consumed by thoughts of Anna and their daughter, terrified that if something happens, they'll be completely alone with no one left to protect them. Then one day, their daughter suddenly falls gravely ill. Desperate, Jason decides to venture to the nearest house, hoping to find medicine for his little girl and maybe some proper food to help her recover. Anna stays behind, waiting desperately for his return, doing everything she can to care for her daughter, though it's never enough. As the entire night passes and dawn breaks, with Jason still nowhere in sight, Anna's worry spirals into panic. Another full day passes, their daughter's condition worsens, and Anna is now torn between terror for her child and dread for Jason's fate. Soon after, Anna decides to hide her daughter in the car and locks it securely. She resolves to go search for Jason herself. Anna's heart stops when, after walking just a short distance, she stumbles upon Jason's lifeless body, brutally murdered, his hand still clutching the medicine he fought to bring back for their daughter. Anna's grief crashes over her, realizing just how deeply Jason loved them, how fiercely he protected them. Even in his final moments, his last thoughts were of their survival. Anna forces herself to snap out of it, for her daughter's sake. She pries the medicine from his grip, whispers a prayer over him, and with one last look, walks away. As the days pass, the last of their food runs out. Now Anna faces the unthinkable. What does she do next? And in that moment, Anna realizes she must now carry the weight of everything alone, protect her daughter the way Jason once did. Anna leaves her daughter in the car once more and ventures deep into the forest, desperate to find any scrap of food. We return to the present, the film's opening scene. Anna wanders the same forest, now reduced to scavenging insects for food. Hunger gnaws at her, but there's nothing substantial to be found. And we see with her a book filled with details about every tree and plant around her, what's edible, what's poisonous, and what she must avoid at all costs. She carries a small hunting net with her, clinging to the hope of catching any animal that crosses her path. By sheer chance, she stumbles upon a mulberry tree. Overjoyed, she gathers some of its fruit and devours it in her ravenous hunger. But suddenly she feels violently ill, collapsing to the ground in agony. The mulberries were poisonous, and she ate them without realizing. Exhausted, she lies there, staring at the sky, unable to move, wondering how she can possibly go on living like this. In her despair, she begins to believe this suffering is endless, that death might be the only escape. The world has become so cruel that she collects her own urine, purifies it, and drinks it again, because there is no water left. She uses a special type of mud, smearing it around her car to mask both her human scent and the zombies, ensuring they can't track her. When she finishes her task, she retreats into the car, locks herself in, and desperately tries to catch any signal on her radio, hoping for a voice, a sign, anything. And in a final twist of cruelty, the only broadcast she picks up is in French, a language she doesn't understand at all. In a moment of quiet despair, she remembers her old music player, dusts it off, and plays forgotten songs from a lost world, clinging to any shred of comfort. At dawn, she walks through the forest, checking each trap she's set, hoping one of them finally caught something, anything, to keep them alive another day. And she feels a pang of frustration. She hasn't managed to catch a single animal yet. And she's forced to face the truth. The food she has left will barely last 2, maybe 3 days at most. She realizes her only option now is to scavenge the nearby houses, to risk everything for a can of food, a bag of rice, anything that might buy them more time. And of course, this is an enormous gamble, because that area is crawling with monsters. So she does what she can, collects some of her own blood in a jar, smears mud over her skin to mask her scent completely, and prepares to walk through hell. She grips her weapon, ready to begin her journey, but there's one devastating problem. She only has 4 bullets left, and she has to use it wisely. She reaches a house and uses the cassette player she has to create loud noise, distracting the zombies and luring them away. Then, she throws some of her blood to attract them even more with the scent. She quickly slips in through the back door and starts searching the house for any food left for her. Her plan works perfectly, and she manages to gather a lot of food. But before she can leave, her foot accidentally kicks something, making a loud noise that draws the monsters to her location. Overwhelmed by fear, she starts running desperately until she trips and accidentally stabs herself in the stomach while trying to escape them. Of course, they smell her blood and pinpoint her location even faster. Now they're determined to catch her, no matter what. To distract them and save herself, she dumps a bucket full of waste on her body to mask the scent of blood. Finally, she manages to escape, reaches a safe spot, and tries to treat her wound. Once she recovers, she returns to her car, only to be shocked when she realizes that all the food she gathered from the house fell out during her escape. Now she's left with nothing but 2 cans at most, so she decides to go back and salvage whatever she can. On her way, she spots an injured man lying unconscious on the ground with a little girl beside him. We learn that the girl's name is Olivia and the man is Chris. His injury is very severe. He can't move at all. She handles him carefully, afraid he might be infected. Once she confirms he's human like her, she tries to help them and even decides to take them with her to the place where she lives. At first, she assumes Chris must be Olivia's father, but after talking to the girl, she learns he's actually her stepfather, and Olivia reveals her mother has died. Chris refused to abandon her, doing everything he could to protect her. Olivia decides to stay with him in his tent to take care of him all night. I go to sleep in my car, and the next morning, Olivia tells me they came from the south and were heading north. Maybe they'll find a safe place there. At night, Chris finally wakes up and starts to recover a little. Olivia is overjoyed when that happens. Anna talked to him and tried to understand why he chose to go north. Chris explains that he hopes the virus hasn't spread as severely there and he might find a safe place to start over. Suddenly, he looks around and tells her, "The place you've built here is so nice and safe that anyone might think of killing you and taking it for themselves." He also asks her if there's gas in her car, but she responds calmly and coldly, saying no. But then, she starts to worry about him intensely. She regrets helping them and can't stop thinking about that conversation all night. She's genuinely afraid he might do something to her. Suddenly, Chris and Olivia enter her car, and he says in a calm voice, "No one helps anyone these days. It's very strange, almost unbelievable, that you trusted us and even helped us." He starts talking about his wife and says she got infected with the virus. He was terrified for her, and knowing she would turn, he decided to lock her in a room. After a while, he had to end her life himself to prevent her from harming anyone else. Anna stayed completely silent, unsure of how to respond to him. With every passing moment, my anxiety grows stronger and stronger. Over time, she starts to question his relationship with Olivia, how unusually close they seem. She keeps watching their behavior from a distance, shocked when she catches them laughing and joking in a situation like this. She begins to feel their bond isn't father-daughter at all. There's something much bigger hidden behind it, something they're keeping from her. The days pass with them stuck in the same dynamic. Then, one day, she and Chris stop by the lake to fish and end up talking, though the conversation grows tense. She asks him to be more serious and stop joking around in such dire circumstances. Chris gets annoyed with her and the way she's treating him, so he walks away and leaves her alone. Later that night, he comes back to talk calmly, asking her why she's upset with him, why she doesn't want him to be happy and laughing. She explains to him that their lives are all in danger, and each of them has lost the closest person to them in the world. It's not normal for him to be in such a good mood or joking around like this. Chris tries to talk to her calmly, assuring her that he hasn't forgotten anything that happened to him. He explains that he's just trying to find joy in every moment, to hold on to hope and keep living, rather than giving up and ending his life. The next morning, Olivia starts acting strangely around Chris, almost as if she's infatuated with him. It becomes clear that her feelings go beyond a daughter's affection, and she even begins to resent my presence between them. When he asks her, first thing in the morning, why Anna getting more upset, she snaps at him, her tone sharp and agitated, and demands they leave this place immediately and stick to their original plan. Chris responds calmly, telling her that Anna has helped them a lot, and it's not right to leave without at least offering me the chance to come with them. At that moment, Olivia realizes she won't be able to get rid of Anna so easily, and she starts scheming about how to push her away from them. Anna's surprised when she sees Chris setting aside a portion of his food every day and saving it. When she asks him why he's doing this, he tells her it'll be useful for their journey. Without commenting further, she starts giving him extra food to save, agreeing that they should indeed stock up for the road ahead. At that moment, Chris asks her if she wants to come with them and continue their journey instead of staying here alone. She starts to feel comfortable with him, realizing he's a sincere person and that she had misunderstood him. She explains that she can't leave this place. It's not just a shelter for her, but holds memories of her husband and daughter. It's too difficult to let go of it so easily. She also realizes it's better for her to stay in a place she knows, especially since they have no idea what dangers might await them on the road ahead, and their lives would undoubtedly be at risk. Over time, the three of them grow closer, sharing every detail of their daily lives. Of course, Olivia becomes increasingly upset, her jealousy growing more intense with each passing day. One day, Olivia confronts Chris and asks if he has feelings for Anna. Chris smiles at her question and explains that Anna is a kind-hearted woman who has suffered alone for far too long. She's helped them immensely, and he feels it's his duty to make her feel cared for and loved. Someone needs to watch over her, and they need her just as much, especially in times like these. At night, the three of them gather together. Amid the conversation, Anna remembers her daughter and begins speaking about her, her voice heavy with grief as she shares her memories. And we rewind time once more to understand what truly happened to her daughter. One day, she leaves her daughter in the car as usual while she searches for food, entering a house near the edge of the woods. By chance, she encounters a zombie inside. She tries to kill it, firing shot after shot. Unbeknownst to her, blood splatters onto her clothes, unaware of the disaster now clinging to her. In her panic to check on her daughter, she forgets to change her blood-stained clothes. She sprints back to the car and pulls her child into a frantic embrace. And, of course, the blood seeps onto her daughter's skin, infecting her in seconds. We return to the present. Over time, Olivia becomes certain of her love for Chris and decides to confess her feelings. She waits for him inside their tent. At that very moment, Chris sits with Anna, trying to persuade her to change her mind and join them. When Olivia sees them together, she's devastated, feeling betrayed. Without a word, she turns away. At first light, she gathers all their supplies, abandons the camp, and walks away, without looking back. The moment Chris and Anna wake up, he resumes pressuring her to change her mind, manipulating her into joining them. Fed up with his relentless pushiness, Anna snaps, refusing to leave no matter what. Furious, she storms out of the car. The real shock hits when she finds the car's trunk wide open and empty. That's when it dawns on them. Olivia is gone. And suddenly, they realize something is terribly wrong. They wonder where Olivia could have gone alone and start searching for her everywhere. Meanwhile, Olivia is still making her way through the forest, not yet out of the woods. She decides to head north alone, only to suddenly come face to face with a zombie. Frozen in terror, she screams at the top of her lungs. Olivia sprints back toward the camp, only for Chris to spot her just in time. He leaps to shield her, but the zombie swerves and attacks him instead. What follows is a brutal struggle. Chris and I fight tooth and nail to take the creature down. Olivia's rifle? Empty. She forgot the ammo. The shock hits them hard. They were seconds from death, saved only by sheer dumb luck. We cut back to the past. Slowly, the infection begins to manifest in Anna's daughter, her condition deteriorating rapidly. Anna stays by her side, tending to her with whatever meager care she can offer. Her heart breaks for her child, powerless to save her. And the guilt? It consumes her. Because Anna knows she is the reason her daughter is sick. She is the one who brought the infection home. Desperate to ease her daughter's suffering, Anna resorts to mixing a few drops of her own blood into the child's milk, anything to calm her, even for a moment. Back in the present, Chris prepares to leave, taking Olivia with him. He turns to Anna, offering her one last chance to join them despite everything. For the first time, they clash over it. His words are brutal but necessary. "There's nothing left for you here. Your husband and daughter are gone. You have to save yourself now. Think only of survival." He presses harder. "This place is death. If you stay, you'll die. Soon." After all that talk, Anna ends up agreeing in the end. She starts gathering her things to leave with them. Since they don't have enough food, she decides to go home and grab whatever food they can take for the road. They come up with a plan, the three of them, to distract the zombies. Chris throws some blood on himself and starts luring the zombies toward him. Meanwhile, Olivia and Anna sneak into the house, and everything goes smoothly until Olivia betrays Anna. She suddenly hits her on the head until she passes out. Olivia grabs all the food, leaves, and abandons her. As soon as she's safe, she screams at the top of her lungs to draw the zombies to Anna's location. She rushes back to Chris without covering herself properly, so her scent won't give her away. Then she lies to him, saying Anna died and she couldn't save her in time. Suddenly, a huge number of zombies appear around her, preparing to attack. At that moment, she hides until she's sure she's safe, then slips back into the woods and returns to her camp, starts regaining consciousness, quickly gets up, and throws waste on herself to mask her scent and keep the zombies away. On her way, she sees the zombies attacking Chris and Olivia. She can't bear to leave them behind, so she tries to help them. She starts killing the zombies with the weapon she has. In the end, she's left with just one bullet and has to choose who to save. Surprisingly, she chooses Olivia. Chris dies at the hands of the zombies in the end. She grabs Olivia and quickly escapes in the car, fleeing the woods. At that moment, Olivia realizes the terrible crime she was about to commit and feels overwhelming guilt. She tries to apologize to Anna. At the same time, Anna is heartbroken because she truly loved Chris. Now he's gone too, leaving her alone all over again, just like her husband did. And with that, the events of our film today come to an end.